Today's lesson continues with multi-digit multiplication. We're going to revisit the area model that we used previously with the decimal multiplication. We're going to connect the area model and the distributive property of multiplication to partial products and a standard algorithm. We're going to put the standard algorithm next to the area model with renaming. Take a moment, write your learning target in your math journal. Your learning target today is connect area models and distributive property to partial products of the standard algorithm with renaming. Problem of the day. I'm going to revisit this at the end of the video. I just want to introduce it to you at the beginning so you can get an idea of how to solve it. Jason buys a car and pays by installments. Installments means that he's paying a little bit at a time. Each installment is $567 per month. After 48 months, Jason owes $1,250, so he still owes some money on the car. What was the total price of the vehicle? That's our question. What was the original price that he paid for the vehicle? What was the total price of the vehicle? So we know three things. We know how much his installments are, how much his payments are, we know how many months he's been paying, and we do know what's left on the car. So with that information, we will be able to find the total price of the car that he purchased. We're going to be using the area model again. Today's with whole numbers, and previously you've used these with decimals, so this should be familiar to you. We're going to be working with the area model and this practice problem, 64 times 73. There's your personal whiteboards, but you're going to be doing these in your math journal or your personal whiteboards or wherever you feel comfortable. Label the length as 73. So here's my 73, and we're going to decompose this number 64 to put in these two boxes. I'm going to use the larger section of the box for the number 60, and the smaller section for 40. Now that I think about it, I can actually decompose the 73 as well to 7 tens and 3 ones. So let's do that. Let's work with 7 tens and 3 ones. Let's think about our problem that we have in front of us. How can we decompose the 64 to make our multiplication easier? Well, we just did on our area model 60 and 4. So we took the ones place and took the tens place. We put 4 ones and 6 tens. But they're both a bit difficult to solve mentally. 73 times 4 is 73 times 60. What if we were to, instead, decompose the 73 to make finding the partial products easier? Here's an example of how we can do that like we did on the last screen. So we have our 70, 7 tens and 3 ones. We have our 64, 6 tens and 4 ones. And we can solve for each one of these small boxes. So we know 7 times 4 is going to give us 28. Powers of 10 is a rule, tells us to put a 0 here for this power of 10. 4 times 3, we get 12. Our addition sign here on this line is going to give us our two partial products that line up to the standard algorithm. So 280 plus 12, we're going to end up with 292. Now 6 times 7 is 42. Powers of 10, put 2 zeros, 1, 2. And 6 times 3 be 18, 0. We're going to look at this. Add these together, we get 4,380. That's 4,200 plus 180. To solve this using a standard algorithm, we'd multiply 73 times 64. We're going to first work with the 4 times 3 and the 7 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Here are your 1. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 1 is 29. 0, we're no longer working in the ones place. 6 times 3 is 18. You'll carry your 1. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 1 is 43. We'll add those two together to get our final product. 2 is 17. 3 plus 3 is 6. So we're looking to take a look again at our partial products, our 292 and 4,380. Let's do another practice problem. 814 times 39. Our algorithm would look like this, 814 times 39. For our area model to match up correctly, we need to take our top number, 800s, 110, 4 ones. We're going back to the place values. I'm going to put 30, 3 10s, 9 ones. We'll be able to solve this going across. So 8 times 9 is 72. 72 powers of 10. 9 times 10. And 9 times 4. If we add those together, 36 plus 90 plus 7,200, we'll get 7,326. We do 8 times 3. We get 24 in powers of 10. 30 times 10, we have 300. 3 times 4 is 12, powers of 10. So 120 plus 300 plus 24,000. Get 24,420. Let's see how that works with our algorithm. So 4 times 9, 36. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 3, 12. Area 1. 9 times 8, 72, plus 1, 73. 0 in the ones place. 4 times 3 is 12. Area 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 8 times 3, we're looking at 24. 24,420 plus 7,326. 6. 4, we're adding our two partial products. 4 plus 3 is 7. 31,746. If you take a look over to the left, you'll see both partial products being shown. 7,326 and then our 2,420. One more practice problem before we get back to the problem of the day. Area model going across is going to have our 600s, our 2 10s, and our 4 ones. Standard algorithm is going to say 624 times 82. So we have 8 10s, and 2 ones. We're going to multiply 6 times 2, 12. 2 times 2 is 4. Make sure you always put in your powers of 10. 4 times 2 is 8. We get 1,248, adding across. Our next value we're multiplying is 8 times 6 with digits, 48. Powers of 10. 8 times 2, we know is 16 with our powers of 10. Whoops, putting that comma in the wrong place. Did that earlier on the video too. Trying to correct my mistakes. And 8 times 4, we end up with 32. But the question is 80 times 4, so 320. We're going to add 320 plus 1,600 plus our 48,000. Gives us a partial product of 49,920. Now, let's relate that to the standard algorithm. We'll first multiply 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 6 times 2 is 12. So there we have our first partial product. Let's move down to the next line. 8 times 4. We know it's 32. 3. 8 times 2 is 16. Add 3, 19. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 1 is 49. We have a perfect match to our area model, 49,920. We're going to add our two partial products. 4 plus 2 is 6, 9, 11. Area 1, 9, 10, 11 again. So I'm looking at 51,168 is the product of 624 times 82. This decomposing numbers helps us tremendously when we're looking at solving for our product. So 6 hundreds, 2 tens, 4 ones. There's hundreds, tens, and ones going across. And then our 8 tens and 2 ones would make 82. Remember the problem of the day that we started the video with, the $567 per month of installments? After 48 months, Jason still owes $1,250. What was the price of his vehicle? At the top of the screen, I'm going to multiply and do the standard algorithm for 567 times his 48 installments. 567 times 48. 8 times 5, we look at 40. 8 times 6. 48. Add our 0. 8 times 7. 56, and we're going to add those going across. So 56 plus 480 plus 4,000. 4,536. And we have 500 times 40. Well, 5 times 4 is 20. And powers of 10, I'm going to add those in there. 6 times 4 is 24. Powers of 10, if I can fit them in there. And then 7 times 4, we have 28. Plus our power of 10, so 280 plus 2,400 plus 20,000. We get 22,680. At the same algorithm, 8 times 7, we're looking at 56. Carry your 5. 8 times 6, 48 plus 5. 53. 8 times 5, 40 plus 5, we have 45. So 45, the match. We're going to go down to the next line. 7 times 4, 28. 8, carry my 2. 6 times 4 is 24, 25, 26, because we're adding those two. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 22. Those are two partial products. We're going to add those together. 6, 10, 11. 6 plus 6 is 12. 5, 6, 7. So we're ending up here with a cost of $27,216. That's what he's spent so far, but that's not the total price of the vehicle. The piece we're missing is how much he still owes. So we're going to take the $27,216. We're going to add what he still owes, the $1,250, and find the total price of the vehicle. 6 plus 0, 5 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 7 plus 1, and 2. Total cost of the vehicle. The total price is $28,466.